Hello and welcome to Angel Talk. I am so excited about the guest we have on today. We have Kaitlin. She is the queen of crystals.
Hello. It's nice to be here.
Yes. Kaitlin works behind the scenes at creating the amazing suits that you all wear.
Yes, I'm in charge of the embellishment part of the suit making process. So the crystals that are heat pressed on, and then also the crystals that are hand placed on with glue for the crystal trim. I'm in charge of all that, and I make all the designs that the crystals are in. So.
Yes, Kaitlin has been with the Angel Competition Bikinis almost since we started. She's worked at when we started in our house, and now we're in this big space. So she's been with us forever, and it's cool to see how far the company has grown. With the crystals especially, like there's been so much trial and error into finding the perfect crystals.
Oh yeah, for sure. I remember when I started, our crystals looked completely different, and now they are comparable to Swarovski.
Yeah.
I would say we even use the same cut now, the star cut, their signature look. We have that now.
Yeah, so we're just going to jump right into some of these frequently asked questions. And the number one is, what brand of stones do you use? And we are very proud that we use our own brand that is custom made for Angel Competition Bikinis called Angel Brilliance Crystals. And we don't use any of the name brand of Swarovski. One, because they don't even make
no, they do not make hot fix Swarovski crystals anymore.
So if someone says that they have Swarovski crystals that are hot fix,
if they do, they're probably very old.
Yeah, they're old because they don't make them. So, and another thing with Swarovski that we found was there was a white coating in it, and it didn't look the best on stage.
No, it looked very washed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't really see the color.
Yeah, it's almost like the sparkle sometimes would overtake the color, and so if you were wearing a blue suit, it would just look white. Like it was, it's crazy sometimes. So there's a lot of science.
Yeah, for sure. And and that can still sometimes happen with the lighter colors.
Yeah.
Especially if you just do like all light AB. I like when people do a mix of the AB and the non-AB because it gives some depth and some contrast in the suit. And then you can really see the color from far away, and you're not just focused on the metallic AB.
Yeah. Yeah, my favorite is using the AB crystals because they just sparkle so much. AB stands for, I might pronounce this wrong, but Aura Borealis?
Aura Borealis.
Okay.
It's the northern lights. That's what it stands for. It's the metallic coating that's on the crystals that creates that extra sparkle.
Yeah.
You can still get that depth with all AB is if you get the variants of like the darker colors. So like emerald AB, then with the light like aqua AB, like those are good. You still get that depth.
Yeah. Let's go through some questions that some of our customers have always been asking. And we got a lot of feedback when we said that we were going to interview Kaitlin on the podcast because everyone wants to know about the crystals. How long does it take? How many suits can we do in a day? What's the best color combination? What fabric should I get? What design is the most sparkle? What do the judges want to see? Okay, we're going to cover all of that, so be prepared. So let's start off with, what is your favorite suit?
My favorite suit right now, because it's always changing because we're always making more suits, but right now is Jen Ronziti's Nova, the pink and purple. I think it looks so good, not just in person, but on stage. It really gives the rounded effect, and just the color combination so pretty. I love it.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I love about Kaitlin is she's been doing this for so long and so niche on bodybuilders on stage. She knows what will look the best. Like with the fashion show suit, I wrote in the notes, Kaitlin, go crazy, I trust you. Because I do trust her more than myself. And that's one thing, when you schedule a consultation with Deb and Savannah, they know, like they've been taught by Kaitlin on what crystal colors look the best. But sometimes they might say, okay, I'll run this by Kaitlin and then I'll get back with you to see if that's what she recommends. So this is the mysterious Kaitlin that we're always talking about.
Yeah, they're always asking me questions and my opinion on things. So I always help them out when needed.
Yeah. You can actually, on your notes, if you could say, hey, I really just want a super fiery red suit with maybe a little bit of pink in it. Go crazy. We can just take that information and Kaitlin will do something amazing. She always does.
I will make it look good.
Yes. Not only good, like when I put on the suits that you design, oh my gosh, like in the fashion show, my favorite part is when I get that package. I'm like, what is it going to look like? Because, I don't really design it myself. Kaitlin does because I tell her to go crazy. So that's always fun for me.
Yeah, and the process is even how we make the suits is completely different from when I started. We've we've evolved them to what they are, and you can tell they look phenomenal. Not that they didn't before, but wow, these look great.
Yeah. Well, yeah, one thing I love about looking back on any aspect of our business is sometimes like when you look back on prior things, especially like 10 years in the past, and it's almost cringeworthy of what you did back then, but that's the best sign because it means you're growing.
Yeah, but it was also the style. The style is always changing. The molded top's definitely taking over the industry right now, and I definitely think Nova is going to be our best seller this year. There's just so many combinations you could do, especially with the mixes. People have been putting mixes together, and it's just they're creating completely unique suits that like no one else has.
So if a customer asked you, what suit should I wear to nationals this year to stand out on stage?
I'll tell you a Nova.
A Nova.
A Nova, yes.
Okay, and you agree with Ashley Kaltwasser on this. So it's coming from the goat of bikini.
Yes.
Because I went to Europe with Ashley in November, and she wore, it was almost similar to this suit.
It was that is her.
Okay, I was like,
this is a replica of her Red Legend suit.
I was like, this is the suit. Yeah.
Yep.
So Ashley wore this on the Romania stage, and this is her Legend suit from when she won her 30th win.
And even when I made it, I was like, wow, I don't know how that's going to look. And there are suits that just, wow, they look so different from far away. And you can't even tell that it's purple from far away. It looks just really dark, deep red.
Yeah, I don't even know if you can see that on the YouTube channel, if you can see how it's purple, but Ashley said it gives a kind of a 3D dimension to the shape. It really draws the eye in.
Yeah, and I definitely think that's going to be the in right now, because especially it gives that rounded, the fullness.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of girls who don't have the body fat, they need that.
Yes. And like for me, I don't have breast implants. And when I get down to a stage level, 12, 13, 14, 15, that range of body fat, I barely have any breast tissue. So I really like the Nova design because it kind of like, it helps with the balance of your physique. And what is bodybuilding? Bodybuilding is a sport of balanced muscle, basically. So you want that balance. If you don't have a chest, you want the balance up top versus down low. So yeah, I kind of misspoke. Your breasts aren't muscle, but you want to be balanced.
Yeah. Well, and you can go as subtle or as dramatic with the gradient too. I've seen people just do like a little subtle splash of Crystal AB just in the middle color, and then the rest be normal, and it just, from far away, it just is subtle look. But then you can also go dramatic, like Ashley's the Red Velvet Cake Nova, where she did Crystal AB.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and she just wore that one, and that looked really good too.
Yeah, the suit that Ashley just wore in Vegas, that was so unique, and it was so different on stage.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the evolution. Okay, so starting back in 2013, when we started the business, what suits were everyone wearing?
Red suits, and also a lot of not fully embellished suits.
Yeah.
They were like the firework designs, or even just the Angel Bliss, where it's just a light coating. There wasn't. I remember I didn't crystallize a lot of full coverage suits when I first started.
Yeah,
and now they're almost all full coverage suits.
Yeah, that's been a big change. Andy from our Instagram asked something about like how we have changed the evolution, the styles. And yeah, back in, when Bikini started in 2009, people would wear just a hologram suit, no crystals. And then they started with, red suit with red crystals or green suit with green crystals. And then I like to take credit, not I, but Angel Competition Bikinis likes to take credit for pushing the multicolor, in 2018.
That was
and
our suit.
You designed that.
And and even the multicolors evolved into the Nova. I mean, because people do multiple mixes, and make it look just completely unique. Yeah. And no one else is going to have a suit like you.
Yeah. That's one thing. We can make anything on your wildest dreams. I was talking to Savannah about this podcast we were doing, and she does a lot of calls with our customers, Deb and Savannah do. And Savannah said, just let people know we can do anything their heart desires. And when I say we, I mean Kaitlin.
Yeah. I mean, even if you see a suit on someone and you have that photo, I can go off that photo. I've had people draw something and I've created it off that. Just if you have an idea, and you can bring it to me and I can visually see it, I can make it.
Yeah.
So even if you just explain it to me, I can probably make something. But it's best if you just have a vision, I will make that vision.
Yeah. Yeah. I think one time I sent you a photo of Jasmine and I was like, I want a suit that looks like this, which, I mean, Jasmine doesn't wear a bikini, but the suit you made was incredible.
Yeah.
And it was something I couldn't have designed myself. And do you like that when it says in the notes, I kind of want a blue suit, go crazy?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Because then I can be like, I'm going to do something different
Yeah.
that I haven't seen yet, and that I've been thinking about. Because I'm always looking at suits or what people are wearing, the colors they're wearing, combinations, and I try to go off that,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love it.
Okay, another frequently asked question, which I did not prepare Kaitlin at all for this podcast, so I might be totally throwing her off with this question because I have no idea. But how many crystals are in the design? So, like this suit, for example, the Nova. How many crystals?
That with the back and the bottoms and everything, about probably 2,000, 2,500.
2,500, 2,000 crystals?
Depending on the size you get. That's probably average.
Okay. What about versus one of our lower designs, like the Angel Bliss?
The Angel Bliss, I think, only has like 200 crystals
200.
on it. Yeah, and they're the big crystals too.
Yeah.
And then Crystal Radiance can have anywhere from 3,000 to 4,000 crystals.
Because it has the teeny tiny crystals on it.
So yeah, you can, and then that just gives them like all this is 10. And it's so shiny.
Yeah, it
and
is.
It's like, it sparkles everywhere. I'm in my car and it's like sparkling
Yeah.
everywhere. So you can imagine on stage.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's incredible to see these suits in person. When I saw Ashley wear this suit in Romania in November, I had to hold back tears. Oh my gosh. I'm going to cry right now thinking about it. I am so emotional.
When I saw it posted, because I was sitting there waiting because I wanted to see it. I'm like checking Ashley's Facebook or her Instagram, every 10 minutes. And I finally saw it posted and my jaw dropped.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my gosh, it looks amazing.
Yes.
I was like, wow.
I know I've said this so many times, but this is in the top 3 moments of my life, was handing Ashley the belt in Romania with this suit on. It was just, I can't even explain. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. Just the whole environment and everything. And this suit made it.
Yeah, I also love Savannah's take on the suit. If you go to her Instagram, you see her bluey purple legend suit. That I love that. I think that would be a good seller too.
Yeah. So that's a good thing to bring up. If someone's looking for a unique suit this year, but say you love this Ashley's legend suit from Romania and you don't want to wear red. If they said, I want that in a blue. Is that what you did here?
Yep. And then this is actually on the black fabric. So I do love how the wet black fabric, it just gives more contrast to the crystals. It'll let the crystals stand out. And the crystals don't get washed away in the fabric.
Yeah, this is so interesting because I actually thought this was a blue fabric, but no,
it completely
it's not.
changed it.
It's hard to believe, but this is a black fabric right here. And so that's one good thing to bring up. Your crystals can really change
if you want some
color.
depth in your suit, that will, this just made this bold cobalt sapphire.
This is stunning. Oh my gosh.
I know, I love it.
So I love the purple suits and I always go with purple, but oh my gosh, I kind of want to do this blue one. So this is similar to Savannah's.
Yes.
Okay.
What Savannah's is, hers is like a light blue that goes into a purple.
Yeah. So for those listening on the podcast, I apologize. We're showing all of these on our YouTube channel right now. So you're just going to have to visualize what they look like and hop on our Instagram and to see them. Or you could always schedule a free consultation with Deb or Savannah. And we also have 2 remote stylist. We have Lexi, who's down in the Tampa area, and you can meet her in person if you're in the area, and then Milena, who's down in the Texas area. And as this year progresses, we will be having more people all over the U.S. to do in-person
that's so cool. Because it is hard when we're located in Kansas, but we're internationally known. So it's nice to have people to help with consults in different areas. because you only can do so much on a Zoom call sometimes, you know, so.
So let's talk about working for Angel Competition Bikinis. So where did you work before? And
I was a server at Hula Hands.
Okay.
It's like, I called it a upscale Applebee's.
Yeah.
I served for a while. Even before that, I worked at Chili's.
Yeah.
So I just kind of, once I was 18, I'm like, I'm going to be a server.
Yep. The same thing. I didn't work at Applebee's, so Hula Hands, you got one up on me.
But like, I feel like a lot of people don't love working in the customer service field, and that's what I love about working here is that I'm behind the scenes working on suits. I do get to talk to customers sometimes, but that's not my main part of my job.
Yeah.
Which serving, that's all you're doing. So I do like that I get to kind of stay behind the scenes, even when like the expos are happening. I can kind of like be behind the scenes sometimes, helping out. But that's my favorite part.
Yeah, just designing,
because it suits my personality better.
Yeah, and you have a degree in graphic design.
Yes, I did go to school for graphic design. Yeah. And so this is very similar to that. And so I feel like I fell into the right place.
Yeah.
And I've always been creative. Even as a kid, I've taken every art class in school. I've always liked creating things. So this is a very good mix of those two things.
Yeah. It's so cool to work, at Angel Competition Bikinis because everyone here is so creative and eccentric and interesting and all these different hobbies. It's the group of people, of women we have here. It's so diverse, but yet we're all, okay, I'm probably biased
that's
saying
my second
this,
favorite part,
but
the women.
Kaitlin can talk about it because I don't want to come off biased.
I love working with all women. It's such a different experience. It's amazing. Yeah. I would recommend it to anyone.
Yeah. And we're all like we live by the value of like empowering women, like empower others.
Yeah.
So there's no because usually when you hear like, oh my gosh, a team full of women, there's going to be so much drama. No, we don't have any of it.
We get stuff done.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, have you seen how many suits we put out?
Yeah. Yeah.
How many suits do you crystallize?
Oh, there's always at least 100 orders, coming through.
Yeah, we have a full crystal team. So there's a lot of, there's about 10 of us, not us. I'm no longer short story, I've never done the crystals. That was always Lauren's job. When we started, it was just Lauren and I always did the sewing and she did the crystals. So it's so cool that I get to talk about it because I really don't know, much at all about the crystals other than what Kaitlin has taught me.
Lauren taught me everything, I know. So she's always been someone that I would like go to. Mm-hmm. But, now she has Hadley, so that needs to be her main priority. I love Hadley.
My little baby. I love my niece. If you follow me on Instagram, like my life is Angel Competition Bikinis and then I'm an aunt. That's like my value. And I also love dearly my husband. He is always on my Instagram too. Can't leave him out. And my dogs. Okay, I'm going to stop because I'm one of those people. I have so many passions. I will just start talking about everything I love. So I'm going to be quiet. Okay, what else do we need to talk about? So we talked about the AB crystals versus non. AB will give you more sparkle.
Yes.
And then if you want a very, very blue suit, if I say, I just want to go on stage and I want it to be like deep, deep blue.
Definitely sapphire crystals in there. It doesn't have to be all sapphire.
Yeah.
But when you put that in there, it really it complements the blue colors.
Yeah.
I also really like light sapphire AB.
Okay.
So maybe like with a mix of those. Any combination of blue mixture.
Yeah.
It will make you stand out.
Yeah. If you are more worried about the color being exactly what you want, we do recommend going with more non-AB.
Yes.
But
that's going to be more bold. Like,
yes.
It's not going to be as shiny, but it'll be more color.
Yeah. So people have their own preference. I would choose the more sparkle over a bold color, but some people like the bold color. So that is a great distinction to make. If you want a very red suit that is very bold red, would you just say all cyan crystals?
Yes.
No AB.
Yeah, all cyan. You could even maybe mix the cyan, light cyan colors. You could do a mixture of the non-ABs. Another thing you could do is even if you did a Nova and you were like on the fence, you didn't know what you want to do, I always recommend like something like this where it's the AB right here. So you got the sparkle here, but then you still have the non-AB on the outside, and you get the color, but you also get the sparkle.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you want a bold suit and you don't care about the sparkle, definitely go 100% non-AB.
Yes.
But no, you're sacrificing a little sparkle. So, because let's talk one more second. I know I keep talking about AB, but AB crystals, it reflects the colors around it.
Yes.
So that's kind of out of you can't
So
change
it will,
that.
yeah, it'll change the color a little bit. Certain crystals like citrine AB, they look really blue. Even fuchsia AB looks really blue.
Yeah.
Emerald AB looks really blue. It's a lot of blue tones in the metallic coating, and so it will change the look of your suit. So if you're wanting red and you put fuchsia AB on it, it's not going to look bright red, but it'll have those blue tones in there, but it'll sparkle.
Yeah.
So
that's a good question for you. What is your favorite crystal?
Right now, it will be our new crystal. We have the Crystal Lotus Pink.
Oh, yes.
That one's really pretty. I'm really excited to use it a lot more this year. It gives me like cotton candy vibes or like unicorn vibes. It's like pink with a light blue shift.
Yeah.
And I've been looking for that for a long time because Swarovski used to make a light blue to a pink shift, which they don't make anymore.
Yeah.
They don't even make the crystal,
Yeah.
not even just hot fix, but at all. And I really wanted something similar, and I think we found it.
Yeah.
That is just, we need some more special effect crystals.
Yeah.
Volcano, rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
Those
What
are
was
always
that
so
called
cool.
again?
Crystal Lotus Pink.
Crystal Lotus Pink. So I was recently down in Tampa with Team Pro Physique, and Paul and I were talking, and he thinks that pink is going to be the color of the year. I don't know if I agree with him or not, because I don't know how I feel about pink on stage, but that's what Paul thinks. So this is great for a pink suit, because our pink Crystal Lotus, wait, I said that wrong. What is it?
Crystal Lotus Pink.
Crystal Lotus Pink. Okay, there's so many crystal colors.
Yes, yes, there is. And then there's everything AB.
Yes. Okay, trivia question for Kaitlin. Do you know what my favorite crystal is?
Chrome purple AB?
Yep.
Yep.
That
That's
one-
my second favorite.
Yeah. So we had it custom made for Angel because it's so hard to find a nice purple color.
Yeah, in the AB version. Yeah, for sure.
So, like with our supplier, we've designed all of our colors, based on other colors that we've seen. But this Chrome Purple AB, we actually said we want one facet to, like reflect a shade of purple, the next to be a shade of lighter purple, the next to be a shade of blue. So it's like exactly like the star cut, everything that we wanted, every single element.
Yeah, and there's even a little green in there. It kind of reminds me of that like rainbow effect you see on metal, and that I love that look.
Yes.
It gives that like oil spill look.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that does it about crystal questions and all of that. We are going to have Kaitlin back on the podcast in probably about 6 months. So please let us know everything else you want to hear about the crystals, because we can go on and on about crystals all
I can
day long.
talk about crystals all day.
Oh, wait, we forgot to talk about the crystal katana.
Oh yeah, and we use crystal katanas. We even use like off-brand ones, but this is what we use to apply the stones to the suit. It picks up the crystals very well.
Yeah, it's like magic. Like I've shown people this. Sometimes I like to crystallize my tennis shoes, so I'll do it at my house a lot. And if people are watching me do it, they're like, how does that work? It's this like wax tip on it. You can even use like a crayon. I think I've seen people do that, but this is a little bit better than that. And you just pick it up and
it drops it. Yeah, it's so crazy. But I've tried doing like tweezers and stuff, and that takes forever.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so yeah, this like fraction of the time.
Yeah. So, okay, if someone's trying to crystallize their own suit, that's a good tip. Don't use tweezers.
Nope. Use a crystal katana.
Yeah.
It'll save your sanity.
Yeah. We don't have we're not affiliated, use Angel to save, but you can go to Amazon and get a crystal katana, and that'll save you a lot of time.
Yes. And the crystal katanas, those are the top of the line ones. Like nail artists use them. All sorts of other people who use rhinestones, that's what they use, because it just makes it so much easier.
A lot of competitors, I guess not a lot, but I've heard at least a couple, they'll buy our simple suit and then they'll crystallize it themselves, and they post all these photos of it, and they say it takes them, sometimes they say like 40 hours, which is crazy. But I remember like when Lauren first started, and even when Kaitlin first started, how long it took at first. But you know, that muscle memory of you just going back and forth, you can just like whip them out now.
Yeah.
So like some of the competitors that crystallize it themselves, I always have a lot of respect for them because I know how long it takes when it's not your full-time job.
Yeah, I just saw one recently from I think one of our sponsored athletes. She had did her own suit,
Yeah.
and I was like, wow, I thought it was bought like that.
Yeah.
Like I could not tell that it was like someone who just did it themselves.
Yeah, if you want to crystallize your own suit, definitely you can reach out to Kaitlin on Instagram. What's your Instagram?
acbikinis.crystalqueen.
Okay, acbikinis.crystalqueen. We will put that in the show description. You can ask her any questions, any tips on how she does it. Pick her brain. She's happy to help. We love helping.
And I try posting like cool suits, custom stuff I do.
Yeah.
That leopard print suit was really cool that we did.
The leopard suit.
That's a signature
Who did
one.
we bake that for?
I forget. I don't remember who it was for.
It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm going to remember it right after the podcast.
But I saw it on her.
Yeah.
I went to her Instagram, and it looks amazing.
Yeah,
I was excited
that
for that.
cheetah suit. We're going to put a link to the cheetah suit as well as Kaitlin's favorite suits in this description, so be sure to check that out. Okay, well, there you have it. All things Crystal. And again, just to remind you, please send us your questions because we're going to have Kaitlin on again soon to chat.
Yes. Ask me anything. I am glad to answer.
Yes. Thank you so much for listening and watching today. Until next time, we love you.
Yes, we love you. Thank you.